Welcome, friends, again to another episode of Soaring Through Chaos. And as I've mentioned many times before, the reason we do these sessions is to support each other, to find ways in which we can find meaning through all the chaos we are going through. We are in the second wave of the pandemic, and there's a lot of health risks. There are also a lot of job losses. Many people are upset, angry, and we're all trying to find what the problem is. And but amid all this, there are people like Anish who are doing amazing things to support community. Anish bhai, we met in December, and that was such a coincidence. Um, I was always looking at using dance healing practices, using Indian dances. And then you called me out of the blue and said, I want to talk to you because you're using Garba for therapy. And how did you get into all these things? How did you get into Garba therapy? How did you even think about the idea of using Garba as a mode of therapy? Okay, you can start.
So Shankar, as being Gujarati, I am playing Garba since last 25 or more years, you can say. But before 5 years, I faced some injuries in my knee. And as you know, I am a Garba trainer. I have consulted some of my students who are the physiotherapists. And they observe my movement, my leg movements and all. And they said me, Anish, your foot landing position is wrong. Your angles of the movement is wrong. So you have to change the angle when you are playing Garba. And I tried that thing for 1 or 2 months, and I really realized that it's curing my pain, it's curing my injury. So from how I came to know that it can be a good therapy for the people too. If we want to, if we are going in technical way, it can helpful to each and every person around the globe. That's how I found the we can say
Garba therapy.
idea of being into Garba therapy.
And you're the first one I know. Garba has been around for thousands of years. And I got into it because of my wife and my daughter. And I absolutely love it. You're the first person I know who is actively studying, researching Garba, and looking at ways in which it can be used all over India and definitely all over Gujarat and hopefully all over the world. So can we see some samples? Can we see some videos where you're actually doing Garba therapy? Would you like to share?
Sure, but before we go with Garba therapist video, I would like to show you one video, which is a Garba global video, you can say. Some of my students from the different part of world, they have participated in the Garba session in the COVID lockdown period, and they have sent me their steps. So if you allow me,
Sure,
I can share that video.
Sure.
બમ પાંજરું પહોળું થયું વાગ્યો રે ઢોલ બાઈ વાગ્યો રે ઢોલ મારા મીઠાના રણમાં વાગ્યો રે ઢોલ दीदीने जरी झाली मने हाफी गई रे हूँ तो हाफी गई अमथा हरख मज हाफी गई रे हूँ तो हाफी गई रे सेज अमथा हरख माँ हाफी गई सेज अमथा हरख माँ हाफी गई सेज अमथा हरख माँ हाफी गई जो बाने हाटू ऊंघी ज नहीं हवे 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 काळो टीको रे एक काळो टीको हवे काळो टीको रे एक काळो टीको मारा औरता ना गाल पर काळो टीको मारा औरता ना गाल पर काळो टीको औरता ना गाल पर काळो टीको मारा औरता ना गाल पर काळो टीको वाग्यो रे ढोल हे मारा मीठा ना रणमा वाग्यो रे ढोल वाग्यो रे ढोल बाई वाग्यो रे ढोल हे मारा मीठा ना रणमा वाग्यो रे ढोल पहळो थयो रे પછી પહળો થયો એક સજ્જડ બંપાંજરો પહળો થયો એક સજ્જડ બંપાંજરો
Wow, that was totally amazing. I cannot stand still now. Can we play the music and start dancing? Even on the
Yeah.
chairs? Wagyo re dhol, wagyo, wagyo re
Wagyo
dhol.
re dhol mara meetha na ranma wagyo re. So, sir, basically the Garba movement is with a clap and pinch that affect a lot in our body and that help as a therapy tool.
So tell us more about it. So this is amazing and looks like you have a following from many countries around the world. And that's truly a global phenomenon. I have been doing Garba. I have been doing Garbas regularly in San Francisco since the early 2000s. Actually, we started in 1990s, but I became decent at it, good at it from 2003. So that's why when I come to India, it's like homecoming. So, can you tell us about how it's used in therapeutic settings? Do you have examples of how it's been used, say, during COVID-19 or during other times?
Yes, I would like to say that we have a team of doctors over here in Surat, some physiotherapists, psychotherapists, gynecologists, and all. So when COVID comes, we had online meeting and specific for COVID patients. We have designed some protocol that how it can be more effective to them. So we had designed some program like a Yoga Garba. So it includes, we can say, meditation, pranayama, asanas, and Garba's movement. So how it become Yoga Garba and we serve to the COVID patient that helps to improve the immunity power as well as inbuilt stamina, and we can say it cure the some inner disease, or we can say that it helps to improve positivity and maybe relieve the stress from the activity.
So it's not only physical, but also emotional healing and social healing, bringing people integrated
So
together.
I can say, sir, Garba has some divine music in it. Garba has some divine words that helps to cure the emotional feelings, we can say.
Could we see some of those videos? Could you share some more? We want to learn about it.
Yeah, sure. I can show you some videos. that we had the session in COVID Care Center. It's in Surat, arranged by government, and we discussed with them about our protocol and YoGGarbA, and they allowed us to do the session with a COVID-19 patient. And fortunately, maybe we are the first people who are applying dance movement therapy, Garba therapy to the
COVID
COVID
patients.
patients.
That's amazing. That's amazing. First of all,
Thank
it
you.
has cultural roots in Gujarat, and people love this form of dance. And when they're going through so much pain, there's physical pain, but there's also a lot of emotional pain. There's a lot of fear. There's a lot of anxiety. So I want to
Yeah.
see it. I want to see how you guys do it.
Sure, sir. Sure, sir. I can see.
આજના વર્લ્ડ યોગા ડે નિમિત્તે અમારા હોસ્પિટલમાં અહીંયાના સેન્ટરમાં યોગ ગરબાની જે બહુ જ નવતર પ્રવૃત્તિનું આયોજન જે થયું એ ખાસ કરીને અહીંયા દાખલ થયેલા આશરે 300 દર્દીઓના શારીરિક અને માનસિક સ્વાસ્થ્યમાં વધારો થાય, કોરોનાની એમની લડત સામે એમની ઇમ્યુનિટીમાં વધારો થાય અને પોતાના સ્વાસ્થ્યની જાળવણી વધારે સારી રીતે લોકો કરી શકે અને એક
તથા માનસિક વાતાવરણ સારી રીતે મળી રહ્યું એવું મને અનુભવ થાય.
Wow, that was really nice. That was such
Thank
a
you.
beautiful thing. Tell us what was happening. Can you describe it a little bit, sir?
So once we did this session in some COVID care center, we got the call from the deputy mayor of Surat, and he said like, we have another COVID care center, you please come and entertain our patients. So I went there and do the things from the same floor. The patient was the same floor, and they enjoyed a lot with the Yoga Garba activity.
Wow, I would love to see it. Can you show us a
Sure,
little
sir.
bit?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Thank you. જેના હાથ મારા મેજે મારા મનની ઘૂઘરીઓ જેના ઢોલથી ઝબૂકે મારા પગની વીજળીઓ જેના હાથ મારા મેજે મારા મનની ઘૂઘરીઓ જેના ઢોલથી ઝબૂકે મારા પગની વીજળીઓ એવો આવ્યો રે અસવાર રે એવો આવ્યો રે અસવાર રે હું એની ડબલીની ધૂળ બની જાઉં તાલ દે અને હું તાલી દઉં
Wow, that was something. I really enjoyed this. I can see it being such an amazing thing you're offering. And to be able, I can visualize the time when this can go all over the nation, maybe all over the world. So has it been adopted in other hospitals? What's the status like?
So after these 2 sessions, I got a call from some Baroda, near Petra, near Baroda. They want the same thing for the COVID patient, as well as they have added some more activity. They told me to do training for their nursing staff and all, so they can continue as with their patients, because it's around 200 kilometers far from my city. So they said, like, you just come over here and train our nursing staff so that they can continue the activity with the COVID patients.
And Petlad is close to my home, so I'll have to find a way to come and join you. And
Yeah,
I
sure,
remember
welcome.
Dr. Arvind, Dr. Amrita Arvind, she's a therapist there. She was also
Yeah.
talking about using these
Yeah,
things.
she has already she's only invited me.
That's fantastic. That's fantastic. So, have you been using it in other settings? I can see it being readily used for doctors, nurses, especially during the stressful times. Have you done with any other populations? I remember something vaguely about working with special needs, children with special needs and all.
Yeah.
Can you tell us about that?
Once we discuss with my doctors about the activity, they said, like, Anish sir, we can do it with special kids also, and we tried for the 6 months activity with them twice a week, and we got a very good result with the activity. So
Wow. So you actually done it for more than 6 months?
yeah, for the 6 months, and we can say twice a week. There was a 1 hour session with them, and we did some session like that.
Can you show us how it has worked, and can you tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, sure, I can show you the video.
Got it. Great.
Uh, Sir, so it was a basic movement. Basically, we start when children are sitting on the floor, and slowly, it increase the activity, like they stands and they do movement on the beat of music, something like that.
We've done similar things. One Meghna Shah and I did that, and we started it in Ahmedabad, which is Ahmedabad and Gandhinagar, and the results are amazing. But I'm so glad you've been doing that for consistently for 6 months, twice a week, every week. We did start it in Ahmedabad, and there's a lot of interest. So I'm going to connect you with Meghna also, because I think this can become a statewide and maybe a nationwide movement. All kinds of movement therapies are useful for people with special needs, because sometimes they cannot necessarily follow verbal instructions or necessarily follow intellectual stimulation, but the body responds beautifully. And I'm so grateful you're doing it on a regular basis. What changes did you see? What were the changes that students and parents, and what was, do you know, did you observe that?
Yeah, definitely. So many changes we found in the children, like they improve their cognitive skills and develop their memory and sequencing and predictive command on following and all. So it was a very good result we found in that.
Oh, that's wonderful to know.
Yeah.
Wow. And you've been doing this Garba therapy work for how long, would you say? How long did you start this, and how long have you been practicing?
We can say we are doing research since last 5 years, I can say, and we have started the activity with this kind of different people since last 2 to 3 years, I can say.
Wow. And what's the plan going forward? Do you feel, given the pandemic and you cannot do these classes face to face, are you planning to do anything on social media?
Uh, Basically, on social media, if you want to go, we have to go with the fitness activity, wellness activity. But when you are using it as a therapy, as a therapeutic way, we have to do one-to-one, face-to-face, because we have to observe the people who are doing in front of us. If they are doing right or wrong, what is their behavior, and all the stuff. That maybe it's quite difficult to do online as a therapeutic way, but we can do one-to-one. And I do visit among the globe, so I can go anywhere and do the.
Yes, yes. And you have done so much work in this area. Is there any other video you can share with us? Maybe we can continue to dance together too.
So as we have designed some Garbas movement for the adults, we did some sessions in India, in Canada, in USA, specific at the adult daycare, and for their muscular strengthening as well as flexibility, and for the stress relieving and come out of the depression and all. So we did the session at a different area and different location.
Okay. Wow, Anish, you rock. This is the first time we are doing these dances on Zoom, that too. I have no doubt in my mind that you'll be able to do some limited form of Garba therapy or Garba healing using Zoom. It's amazing, amazing work. So, do you have any suggestions? There are so many people, as we said, who are going through hard times. There's so many people who don't have jobs, who are worried, who are anxious, and a lot of people are trying to postpone their happiness. It's like now we'll suffer, abhi suffering hoga, and then later we'll be happy. But it doesn't work that way. So, do you have any suggestions for people what they can do during these hard times? Anything they can
Uh,
do from a dance perspective?
Basically, they have to be strong by their mind. They should have any activity which helps to come out of this pandemic period. With a dance movement, they can come out all this thing. And main thing is when they are dancing, they got some creative thoughts, I can say, and the creative thoughts that help them to improve their business, to improve their mental eligibility, and all this. So according to me, they have to do like exercise as well as dance as well as yoga that can help them to survive in this pandemic conditions.
You know, this is so true, Anish Bhai. About 15 years, 20 years ago, when I got into various forms of healing dances, within 2, 3 years, I got so deep into it, I started using it in my work. And in an electronic design company at Cadence and later at Synopsys, I was talking about dancing with your customers. How the relationship you have with your customers can be seen as a dance. You're doing a duet together. And likewise, we had sessions on how you can um, dance through your career, dance through your work. It may be physical dance, or it can be, how you flow through your work. And I'm no doubt, I'm really excited about what you're doing and how you see it applying in many different cases. So please let me know when you're coming towards Baroda, and I'll let you know when I come to Surat, so we can do these things
Definitely.
together.
Definitely.
Do you have any words to say? Anything we left out to our audience?
Not that much, but as you said, sir, we are doing that Garba, research is on Garba and using Garba as a therapy for the human life. Specifically, Garba, in the Garba, we have tap, clap, pinch, and movements, which helps to flexibilities as well as crumpling, as well as we can say for the relieve the stress and come out of the depression and all. So if you are doing the claps at least half an hour a day, it can help you a lot. But you should have the reason to do clap. So according to me, Garba is the reason to clap, and you can do it with the music and with the rhythmatic way. that helps you a lot. Yeah, and when we are doing claps, we have some points in our palm that acupress the points, and it helps to cure so many diseases, and it helps to activate your I can say nervous systems as well as different organs like heart, your kidneys, your lungs. It can improve your immunity power as well, according to me.
Well, thanks again, and I'm so excited about it. If people want to contact you, is there a direct way? Are there websites or Facebook sites or any other ways in which people can reach out to you?
Yeah, sure. I have a website. It's www.iagd.in. In the same way, on a Facebook, they can contact me on IAGD page. It's the Indian Academy of Garba and Dodhiya, so that they can reach me over there. They can connect me with there, and I have my contact number over there, so they can easily get.
And we will share all those links along with this video, along with a short description of Anish's work. And if you have any questions for me, you know where to find me. I will share that also. Again, thanks a lot, Anish Bhai. It's like all I can say is, hello, hello, hello.
Hey, hello.
Hello, hello. So we'll
it's
be in touch.
it's a word that comes from our heart. Hello for the Garba lovers, and that encourage the people to dance. And as you know, the Gujaratis are mad behind the Garba. They can play Garba anywhere, even it is on highway or ship or cruise or goods. Whenever they go, they used to play Garba. Even at the airport, they are playing Garba. So it's kind of entertainment activity, and there are so many reasons behind that, and we are finding the reasons for that.
Yeah, and in fact, I'm not even from Gujarat. I started really doing Gujarat Garba in my 40s, encouraged by my wife, who's also not from Gujarat. But the exposure to these things is a lifelong experience. And my daughter has been doing Garba and other forms since she was 2 years old. So she was my first teacher. So, yeah, anywhere you get a chance, please dance through life. Thanks
Yeah.
again, and we'll see you soon in another episode of Soaring Through Chaos.
Thank you, Shankar. Thank you so much.